Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking these new and improved upper control arms and finally fitting up our front, I hate to say suspension, but the front K member, control arms, knuckles, all that. As you guys know, we've been trying to take a spherical bearing with some CNC sleeves, press them into the control arm, which we have right here. It's already done. All I did, and it was the method that I thought I was gonna use, is I took the bottom sleeve, pressed the bearing into it, pressed that into the control arm, and then pressed the top one into all that to make it fit. And honestly, it all pretty much works. I talked in the last video about how the sleeve fitting into the control arm was gonna be too small. We're gonna have to tack them in place. It's mostly held in place right now, just from when you press fit something, the metal has to go somewhere, and we're not messing with the tightest tolerances, and so I really had to use some force to get it in there. And so obviously that sleeve is gonna expand it a little bit, just slightly, and it's actually kind of fitted in there now. We are still going to grind down some of this coating on the steel and tack them in place, just for safety, just to know that stuff's not gonna pop back out. But that's not the purpose of today's video. Today, I'm going to put these back on the car, put the K member back up, and I'm not gonna set the whole car down because the back is already up on its blocks. I'm gonna put the blocks back up in the front and then set it down. Kind of like we did when I pulled it out a couple months ago. But this time not on a jack. It'll actually be on its own weight. As long as I can find something to lock in the control arms, because I don't know what I did with those metal rods. Now I will have to run the CNC while I do this because it's gonna take a while, and that's valuable time that I can be running the CNC. So I won't get any great footage because it's kind of loud, so I will try to set up a time lapse, move it around a little bit, and just let you guys see me put it back on, and not have all the bearings and sleeves pop out, because that was what happened last time, was all these plastic pieces were just kind of flexing and popping and breaking. So I am extremely excited, and we'll actually get to see the articulation, because I'm having some issues trying to figure out, see how countersunk that bearing is in there. I mean, it's a good inch in there, and the head of the bolt, if you put it in there, as it articulates with the suspension, move my hand out the way, it's gonna hit the sides, versus if we can stick it, if we can get some spacers and stick it up a little bit, we'll get, you can get more articulation if the head's not hitting the inside. So figuring that out, figuring if we even need that, we might not even need it. I do have some stuff on the way in case we do, but we may luck out. Well, just like that, we have the car sitting on its own wheels on the blocks. There's a jack under it, but that jack, there's space. The only thing holding it up is itself, and then obviously the push rods in there. Those are not the push rods I'm talking about when I'm talking about our suspension. Those are just struts to stop it from collapsing. And all of our pieces are holding up. The bearings in there are good, our little spacer in there is good, and on the bottom, it's not trying to rip anything out. That was the problem before with all the plastic pieces, all of it was just crunching because it's plastic. Now, none of this stuff is like fully buttoned up. It's not every bolt is tight. There's some play and some stuff. We need some shorter bolts for the steering linkages and all that. The rack still needs to be fully mounted. I'm still figuring that out. Which is weird because those are two just regular Mustang parts. It's a K member and it's a steering rack for the Mustang. So I'm not sure why I'm having to modify that, but nothing we haven't seen before. But this is pretty exciting. It's under its own weight, no jack, I haven't tried to like push on it. At that point, you're relying on the pieces of metal to actually not collapse. And one of those is aluminum, so I don't really trust it. And another good thing is I thought the rear wheels were gonna be like just way sunken in. And if we have to push them out a little bit to get a better look with the back fender, like that's fine. But they're actually even now. The front was, and this track width on either side is like an inch or inch and a half wider. So it's like, almost, is it 2.5 or 3 inches? I can't remember what the kit says, but it's a few inches wider overall, which means that they were actually sunken in compared to the back before. But it looks like now they're even, so I don't have to mess with that because I already have like a 3/4 or a 1 inch spacer back there. To go any wider, you'd basically want to just do a different offset wheel, and that's just more money that I don't want to spend right now. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode. I know that was quick, but just we finished up some stuff with the control arms and the knuckles. I wanted to put it on the car, get like a proof of concept that all of it works. We're moving along. The CNC, I paused it so it's not too loud for you guys. A second transmission plate, the other one is still on, it's wrong. Then we'll make the big one, get our bell housing back, connect it to the engine, get the engine in. Stuff is moving along. We just gotta keep going. But that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.